Okay, today I'm going to demonstrate how to do kind of a bronzy smoky eye. The colors that I'm going to use in the Younique pigments are Curious, Gorgeous, Devious, Feisty, Corrupted, and Vulnerable. I've already done the rest of my makeup, and so I have my little mirror over here, and I actually have a camera set up above me, and so I'm going to kind of be looking around a little bit. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to start with the Gorgeous all over my eye, and I'm just tapping it into the lid. And I'm actually still using my my little pots of pigment from when I got my kit, because they last a long time. And I have a towel and things set up. And alright, so I've already put on my Glorious Primer and all my other makeup. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the pigment with the Deluxe brush into my lid, and I'm going to tap it off, and I'm going to do basically from this point of my eye over of just the lid, and I'm going to do that on both eyes. And the Gorgeous is such a pretty orangey, goldy, light color, and I just love it. And the reason that we use the Glorious is because it actually helps the primer. It actually helps the pigments stay on all day, and it helps if you're like me and you have older skin. It's going to help not to crease. Okay, so I've got that on. Lean in for my other camera. Okay, and then what I'm going to do next is put the Curious up in here, and I'm going to get a different brush and make sure it's kind of cleaned off. And actually, I have the wrong pot of pigment. Give me 1 second here to grab the wrong color. The Curious pigment is kind of a really pale, almost white color, but not quite. And I'll show you in just a moment as soon as it's a brand new one. I ran out of my other, so I'm going to get the lid off. Okay. If you can see that, it's pretty pale. Okay. And I'm actually going to use the liner brush. It's a double-ended brush. And I'm going to go all over here. And if you want to, when you're doing a, that's my little boy in the background. If you want to, you can, I lost my train of thought. He was telling everybody he loves everybody. With the Curious, you can do your whole lid, you know, up here. And then if you want to, you can, to help with any loose pigments falling, you can actually put like I lost my train of thought completely. You can put like a really pale concealer down here to help catch any of the loose pigment stuff all down. That's a choice. You don't have to do that, of course. But I do recommend it for beginners if you're going to try some of the more in-depth versions of a smoky eye. Okay, so then we're going to go with the Devious, and it is kind of a sparkly black color. I don't know if you can see it in the lid, but it's really, and then I'm using our crease brush, and again, you want to tap it off. I'm just swirling it in there, tapping it up. You really don't need a lot of any of these pigments. A little does go a long way. They're highly concentrated. Okay, so now I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to go up and I'm going to go really light into this corner. I'm going to kind of go halfway through that gorgeous pigment that I just showed you how to do. Okay, so it's going to look like that. A little more. And again, I'm going to do that on the other eye. And I kind of make a rounded V. And you're really not pushing heavy at all. And then you can go in and just cure any issues that you have with that. Okay. So far it looks like this. And I am going to go in just a little bit further on this one. And if you're like me, you're not perfect. I have one eyelid that's more open than the other. So I kind of have to make a few adjustments there. Okay. Wipe my brush off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the shader brush end of the liner and I'm just going to blend that a little bit because you don't want to have harsh lines. Okay. See what a difference that made? Just made it really softer. And then I'm going to take the vulnerable pigment and I'm going to go over just this part right here, right above the black. And you don't need a lot of this. This is, you see, it's just a really pale pink color. Now you could do an orange up in here, like the Giddy, like real pale. Like I said, you don't need a lot. And the reason I'm doing that is because I just want to soften this line up just a little more and kind of play with the color a little more. The reason that I'm doing this video is because it was highly requested today on my YouTube or on my Facebook page. I had a lot of customers that wanted to see it. Now you're not going to see this pink very well unless you're right up on my eye. But it's just a little different hint of color right up in there. Kind of gives it a little play. There is a shimmer one that we have, and I will get that and get the name of it for you. Give me 1 second to find it. There is a more shimmery version of that color, and that one is called Sassy. You could do that up in here if you wanted to continue with all shimmer color, but I kind of wanted to just soften that up just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush off again. And I'm actually going to take the same brush I cleaned off the color, and I'm going to go right in here with the Feisty. The Feisty is a silvery gray color, and it looks like this, and it is sparkly. Okay. And we're going to go right in here with it. Now you can use any of our pigments wet or with the rose water. My son actually got into my rose water and kind of delineated that, so I have to order a new one. But I'm going to come in right here, just a little of the silver and just a little right here. And that's that. Now I am actually going to take our corrupted pigment and I'm going to do an eyeliner version. That's going to be continued on the next video, and I will continue to roll this one, but my camera up there only films for about 10